start of every day, I make sure and get my supplements in so I don't forget. So the B12 as always, got a vegan glucosamine for the joints. I've got an algae tablet, these are chlorella for the DHA. I'm considering switching over to a DHA actually like supplement, you know, just from the oil. I've heard that algae, no one really knows how much is in there. I've been trying to research it, so in this case it might be better actually to have a direct supplement of the particular nutrient that you're looking for. And also just a little tip for anyone on a completely raw, you know, like an 80-10-10 diet. I was watching Megan Elizabeth's channel, I think it's called Easy to Be Raw, and she was saying how selenium can be lacking if you're really strict raw, you know, high fruit, low fat, and you know, if you're not eating it, I don't suffer because I eat 5,000 plus calories, so I can actually do it. But for people eating lower calories than me, perhaps you could consider a Brazil nut every day or two, and then you make sure and completely smash your selenium needs. So just a little tip there potentially. First thing I'm going to eat today, we've got some delicious honey mangoes in. My good friend Raj has delivered these for me. He's a good boy. And these are the sweetest, nicest mangoes you'll ever find. And basically it's the peak season. So I'm going to smash a few of these down. And basically, so an off day today, I'm only going to eat 1,000 grams of carbohydrate. So I'll weigh these before I eat them, I'll weigh the remains after, work out how many carbs I've had, and any remaining, I'll just make a date smoothie, what we call a Datorade, and that'll make up the rest of my calories. Okay, so here's a bodybuilding version of a Datorade. Working some soy protein. That's about right. Flax seeds for the omega-3s. A little bit more. And some creatine, which you can't actually get creatine from naturally from plant sources. So again, this is one time which I will use as supplement. I nearly forgot to put any leaves in. What the hell sort of whole foods vegan am I? Ignore this sign saying kasha macaroons on my hand, it's just to remind Gemma of something. Here's the finished product. Just drinking this while I edit my latest video.
Hi, so I'm here at the Norwich Vegan Summer Barbecue with all the lovely...
The last time I did one of these what I eat in a day videos, one of my lovely viewers pointed out I didn't talk about other fluids. So currently I'm enjoying a lot of lemonade, limeade, which I make with sparkling mineral water, xylitol or stevia, and obviously fresh lemons, limes. So you're getting a good boost of antioxidants, you know, flavonoids, etc, etc. In the colder months we drink a lot of herbal teas, as you can see, and we typically have lots of different ones in stock. Hibiscus, there's some hibiscus in there. This is a hibiscus one. Hibiscus is, as far as we know, the most antioxidant rich tea you can get. In addition, rosehip is the most antioxidant rich fruit as far as we know. So that's a double whammy. But anyway, typically I'll drink 4 or 5 litres of fluids, and that's on top of my smoothies and etc. For like a cup of litres of water, I'll have about 4 limes or so. Maybe like a teaspoon of xylitol for every lime, something like that. Obviously you put that all in, and then careful with the water as you put it in. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Meal 2 is going to be a tropical fruit smoothie. Now typically I recommend fresh you know, fruits and vegetables. Depending on like your budget, where you are in the world, you know, it's hard to get ripe tropical fruit in England. Occasionally I'll use something out of a can just to mix it up a little bit. So the majority of my smoothie is fresh fruit, but you know, same things over and over again. Just nice to have some variety, just make the lifestyle more sustainable, like you're going to actually stick to it. You know, you got a bit of bisphenol A, BPAs in the lining of the can. Yes, they are what you call a xenoestrogen, like, you know, chemicals are obviously never good for your body. But I think if your nutrition is 99% kind of spot on, you know, it's not the end of the world. I think, you know, as long as you're not eating animal products, it puts you head and shoulders above, you know, above the masses. So this particular canned fruit is tropical. It's from Essential company, and it's got papaya, pineapple, mango, red melon, and there's passion fruit juice in there. So, you know, just something a little bit different, keep you on track. So I'm having that today. So sue me.
If you get bored of eating the same things, you're more likely to fall off the wagon, really, aren't you?
Exactamundo. Okay, so fruit goes in. I'm also having fresh OJ. Oh, I've got to do one more. Showing you the process. Oh! That's nice and alright. These particular juice presses are awesome, really a little bit more than a... What are you laughing
I
at?
thought you said the word douche, but you said juice.
I meant to say juice.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you heard what I said.
Oh,
Never mind.
I'll just ignore you.
Okay.
Like normal, yeah. Okay, so there's our base. And then for my carb needs, I know I need another 235 grams of dates, which are very sweet, but kind of make up about a quarter of my calories. Just squeeze them to make sure there's no stones. Okay, so that's the main kiddies in there, and then a scoop of soya protein powder. Just make sure I'm reaching my gym-based needs. I'll have a tablespoon of flax seeds, which are about 3 to 1 of the omega-3 to 6, so make sure you're nice and healthy. And creatine, I just kind of drip feed creatine in through the day, just to make sure I'm absorbing it well. You know, the jury's out. Some people like it pre, some people like it post-workout. I'm doing it like that. Okay, and a few dark leafy greens, ensure you're hitting all your minerals, your vitamin K, etc. Doesn't look that appetizing, but now that I'm awakened, I don't find dismembered pieces of dead animal appetizing either. What's up, boy? Do you want to go out, boy? Gemma said I've got to try a couple of her new snacks for our Hungry Herbivores business. What am I trying first, Gemma?
Sort of a no-bake peanut butter granola sort of slice.
Mm.
Chia seeds, flax seeds, oats.
Yes, it is delightful.
What are you doing?
And then, that's my new thing I do. And then what's this one?
A black bean brownie, gluten-free.
Beans? It's flipping delicious. Who would never know there were beans in there?
Whole can of black beans in that tray
Right.
of brownies. Probably about 7 grams of protein in a slice.
That is just deliciously chocolatey sweet. I'm going to put it down because I know it's probably not the best thing for health.
It's got a little sugar, but other than that, it's good.
But at least we're showing the world, you know, they might not be ready to give up processed foods, but they can see, food can be vegan and tasty and what they used to, and we'll get them across for the ethics first, and then we'll educate them on health matters. Speaking of which, meal 3, This is going to be one of my bog standard smoothies that I tend to have like 2 or 3 of these most days. So I've got 3/4 of a litre of filtered water. I'm not training today, so my carbs are a little lower, so I've just got 200 grams of dates in there. Typically I had 4 medium-sized bananas. So we just give them a little, break them up a little bit. As I always say, your bananas should be nice and spotty if you eat them, or when you eat them. You know, more like this one. If you eat your bananas when they're still sort of greeny, well, eating them this way compared to that, they've got 8 times the tumour necrosis factor, which basically destroys cancer cells. So look that up people, TNF is called. Okay, I also bung in half a bag of different berries. These are mixed berries. These ones are organic, which is always good. Okay, a protein powder, of course, kind of a scoop's worth. Lovely little creatine. Again, the flax seeds. And the bit I sometimes remember and have to stop mixing it and take it off and then put these in and start again. Some green leaves. Can you see it nice? And then you whiz it up. So my last meal is going to be vegan bolognese, recipe to follow. And so basically textured vegetable protein, mince, typical like bolognese, cooked from scratch. I've got 250 grams of brown rice pasta. And I made this look all nice for the photo, for the thumbnail for my video. I've also got this to eat as well. I've got some nutritional yeast on the top, kind of like a vegan cheese to give it a little extra wow factor. I'll typically have a couple of cups of chamomile tea just before bed. I might not be asked to film then, so I'm doing it now. Thanks. Oh yeah, cut.